Flooring, IMCA Stock Cars, 20 of them here tonight. We'll see 3 heat races. Jim Horsch out of Marshall, Minnesota, the 21. Mike Albertson from Ottoman, the 3 car.
Mike Hansen, the 8X from Gillette Grove, Iowa, the inside of row 2, the outside Devon Tripp from Sioux Rapids in the TNT 2.
Final 3 starters, Dan Day out of Farmersville, Texas, a 54, 27 of Randy Brands out of Boyden, 20 and of Justin Nearing out of Storm Lake. Greens up, here we go.
And it turns 1 and 2. Horsch will have the race lead over the 3 of Mike Albertson. Randy Brands working the bottom side of the TNT 2 of Devon Tripp. Brands now throws it in deep. He'll slide up the middle now as Horsch will lead lap number 1 in the 21 machine. Albertson followed by Brands, Tripp, and Nearing. That is your top 5 as Nearing slides way high in turns 1 and 2 that time. As Day tried to make a day and night difference there. Horsch, though, your race leader, Brands now working the inside.
A couple Friday nights ago, Jim Horsch picked up 1,000 to win feature at Marshalltown. He's right now leading the heat race here at Spencer. Wahoo! Mike Albertson right there in the number 2 spot. Randy Brands, 2-time Super Nationals champion. And he's won some races here in Spencer in his day. Sits in that number 3 spot. 3 heat races, top 4 cars redraw. Your 4th and final redraw car right now is the TNT of Devon Tripp.
Justin Nearing, though, trying to work to the back bumper of Little Dynamite as it comes through turns 1 and 2. The 54 of Dan Day working the top side in that black and duct tape 54 from Farmersville, Texas. Down into turn 3 and 4. Horsch still your race leader. Mike Albertson was the back bumper that time off of 4s. Both cars grabbed the bottom side. Brands up half a lane higher. Here comes Albertson to the left rear corner. Better drive out of turn number 2 is the 21 of Horsch. Randy Brands getting closer and closer to Mike Albertson, though. As we come down the front stretch now into turns 1 and 2. Albertson, he'll try again to work to the inside of the 21 of Horsch.
Jim Horsch, you got company. Wahoo's bringing the reservation. Down the back straightaway. Working it on in there, Chief Wahoo down on the bottom side. Jim Horsch on the top, 2 to go. Horsch still your leader. Randy Brands back there watching a wing-dang doodle of a show for the lead. Albertson back to the bottom. Horsch will shut the door on him.
As they come off turn number 2, it's 3 cars all right there. Horsch up top. Brands half a lane lower. Here comes Albertson off turn 4. White flag, Farmer Saving Bank, Fostoria in the air. As we work now back into turns 1 and 2.
Working it down there. Albertson on the bottom. Horsch on the outside. Drag race down. Who's going to get that big iron checkered flag? Randy Brands off the back straightaway brings her back. Into 3, off of 4. Speaking of the 3, slides it across the nose. Jim Horsch, crossover. Wahoo to the win. Jim Horsch, Randy Brands, and Justin Nearing, your top 4. Roger Verdorn from Sibley, Iowa, the 04, and Levi Feltman from Jackson, Minnesota in the F1. Those are your starters for IMCA Stock Car Heat Race number 2, presented by Mr. B's Flooring.
Green flag is out from Emmitsburg Collision, and a great start for the 32 of Derek Green thundering down the front stretch. As Rupp looks to the inside of Hagedorn through turns 1 and 2. It'll be a drag race down the backstretch in at turn 3 and 4 now. Dylan Fitzpatrick, that 4th place spot. Here comes Feldman working the bottom side and to the inside of Arnsdorf. Derek Green, though, driver out of Grenada, Minnesota, your race leader.
It is going to be the 32, followed by the 33. That is Green and Rupp. Hagedorn back there to the number 2 or 3 spot. Fitzpatrick is 4th. Now Verdorn in the 04 going to work with Fetterman. Fetterman back there in the black machine on the outside. Verdorn will still stay in that number 5 spot.
Levi Feltman, the only car up the track now in the F1 machine, and he will fall almost to the back of the pack. Derek Green, Tim Rupp, Hagedorn, followed by Fitzpatrick. Verdorn, your top 5. As Fitzpatrick will hit the high line now in turns 3 and 4 to build up some momentum. And will try to look underneath the 1H of Hagedorn.
Off a 2 and down the back straightaway. It is the 32 of Derek Green, your race leader, back there in second. It's a long distance, but not as long as it is from here to Alton. I'm not sure why the Matsons couldn't be here in person, but glad to have them watching at home in the garage, as it is. In second, Timmy Rupp. Now the battle for third. Here comes Dylan Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick down on the bottom, working wheel to wheel with Tom Hagedorn down the back straightaway to turn number 3.
As Tim Rupp now looks to the inside of Derek Green for the race lead. He'll have it off of turn number 4. Derek Green, a flat right rear tire on the 32, and that puts the 33 up front. Green gonna try to finish this race, as it is Hagedorn and Fitzpatrick coming, and it'll be almost a 3-car battle here. So we got the Green high in the air and 2 to go for Rupp.
Rupp out front. It is the 82 of Fitzpatrick into the number 2 spot. Derek Green now knows all the air is out of that tire, and the right rear going to pull her pit side. Fitzpatrick, Hagedorn, and Verdorn, your top 4. Fitzpatrick drives it up over the Cush. Farmer Saving Bank of Fostoria, white flag is out. Battle now for second. They come together down the front straightaway.
Fitzpatrick has the second place spot. Here comes Verdorn as the top car tightened up on him, trying to look to the outside of Hagedorn. Meanwhile, coming through turn 3 and 4 to take the big iron checkered flag. That'll be the 33 of Tim Rupp. Second still up for grabs. Who wants it? Who needs it? Who's going to get it? Fitzpatrick will have it. Verdorn for third at the line, followed by Hagedorn, Feltman, and Arenstorff for your finishing order.
And out of Meridian, that'll be the 21B, scheduled to be there, of Jason Breeze. Breeze not making the call. Final heat race of the night onto the Speedway surface. Drivers and their machines ready to take flight. 5 cars, top 4 redraw. Looking to come to the green flag. It is up. Here we go.
Down the front stretch into turns 1 and 2. The salute to veterans car, Chance Hollitz. Working for your race lead. He'll have it easy right behind him. The Sniper chassis. Z Machine 66Z working the bottom side of the racetrack. The 29N of Nielsen up top. Who's going to lead lap 1? It'll be the 6 of Hollitz, followed by Nielsen, Zevenberg, Kloss, and Wolf.
Working on into turn number 1 and 2. It'll be battle for the lead. You see Zevenbergen down on the bottom. The 6 of Hollitz is right there. They'll hurry off at turn number 4. Down the front straightaway. Hollitz. Here comes Nielsen back on the outside.
Cody Nielsen working now to the race lead, but Hollitz says not so fast. Easy right there as well, as Hollitz finds the moisture on the bottom side of the racetrack off of turn 2. They'll have the run now. 2, 3, and 4. It is Hollitz working the bottom side, better in 1 and 2. Top side, better in 3 and 4. 3-car battle for the race lead. Zevenbergen now up to the top of the racetrack in 1 and 2. As they work off of turn number 2, Nielsen. There goes Hollitz with that run once again. And easy now to the back bumper, the 29N machine into turn 3.
Field of work down there to the west end of the racetrack. Chance Hollitz out of Clear Lake, Iowa, your race leader. 29N of Nielsen up on the outside, going to follow him on in. Zevenbergen right there. They work him side by side, 3 deep, sell him cheap down the back straightaway. That Desert Storm salute to veterans ride right there is going to be the meat and the sandwich. Time to gobble it up. Down the front straightaway, Nielsen to the lead.
Nielsen to the lead. Hollitz pinches off the 66 of Zevenbergen going into turns 1 and 2. As Hollitz will grab the moisture once again off turn 2. Zevenbergen will follow right along with him and rocket himself into that second place position. Hollitz up top. Zevenbergen says, I'm going to try the low side once again. 2 laps to go now. Green flag high in the air as they come back into turn 1. Crossover from Hollitz and Zevenbergen.
I'll watch him on down there into turn number 1 and 2. Chance Hollitz started his racing season off. He led the first 3 months of IMCA Stock Car National standings. Spent the winter at the Cocopah Speedway in Yuma, Arizona with some wins and some good runs. And tonight brings her back. Puts her on the bottom as Hollitz is your leader.
Off of turn number 2, still Hollitz, Zevenbergen, And it's going to be the 29 and Nielsen. Into turn 3 and 4 for the final time. And looking for Big Iron Checkered. Who's it going to be? Zevenbergen works the bottom. It's going to be Chance Hollis taking home the heat race win. Zevenbergen second, followed by Nielsen, Claus. And rounding out the field will be Wolf in the 61W.
Final time tonight. It's your nightcap. Up on your feet. Make some noise. Who's going to be your stock car legend tonight? 20 laps the distance. Mr. B's Flooring, IMCA Sunoco Race Fuel Stock Cars. Final time off at turn number 4. No. Caution's out. No go on the start. No go on the start. Zevenbergen and Nearing will have to do a better job this time at it. So front row, side by side at the C's Liquor start zone. This one looks to be a beaut. Here we go. Green's out. 20 laps the distance. Down the front straightaway.
Elijah Zevenbergen, Tim Rupp, Justin Nearing. With the 82 of Fitzpatrick getting way tight. Here comes Horsch now on the inside of the 21 machine. Down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4. Easy out in front, followed by Rupp. Nearing grabs the moisture up top. Looking for the run as the 20 end to the outside of the 21.
Into turn number 1 and 2, it's going to be Zevenbergen up front. Rupp second. Now look at this, the 21 of Jim Horsch down to the inside of Cody Nielsen of the 29. Down the back straightaway, they'll race them side by side for the number 4 spot. Nielsen up top. Horsch on the bottom, side by side, now making a 3-car battle for third.
And it turns 1 and 2. 3 cars for that third place spot. Nearing as Nielsen to the back bumper. How about them 3 wide deeper on in the field? As you've got Hagedorn, Brandt, Verdorn, and Mike Albertson all right there. Fitzpatrick and Hollins right in front of them. As Nearing and Nielsen now battling in turn 1.
They'll hurry off at 2 and down the back straightaway. Still Zevenbergen, Rupp 1 and 2. Deep in the field, the 82 of Dylan Fitzpatrick working on the 1H and the 27 of Branson Hagedorn. Oh, Albertson sideways in turn number 3. Look out! Oh, Breeze nowhere to go, makes contact. And we are cautioned with Wolf in the 61, Albertson in the 3Z, and the 21 machine of Jason Breeze all coming together. Down the back straightaway, it is the 66Z of Zevenbergen, your race leader. Working off at turn number 4 and down the front straightaway, it is back up and running. Working down into turn number 1 and 2. Off at 2 and down the back straightaway now. Nearing going to look. Oh, Hagedorn around in front of the field, back there mid-pack. Everybody will miss him. Put her in gear, keep her going. Off at turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. Caution's coming. Taking a look for you folks at home. Hagedorn gets on in there, and then it's time to, Brand's pushed up the hill. Get together just a bit. Unfortunately, a racing situation down there, and Hagedorn around. He'll have to tag to the tail. Working down the back straightaway, Zevenbergen out front. Rupp and Nearing side by side behind him. Early laps of this one. Working into turn number 3 and 4. Zevenbergen on out front. Green flag coming. We're back underway. Zevenbergen on out front. 20 in and Nearing right there. It'll be Tim Rupp to the bottom, and here comes Brandon Nielsen up on the outside. The 29 in. Cody Nielsen, the 29 up on the outside to third.
As easy, your race leader into turn number 3. Rupp looks to the bottom side of the racetrack. As easy, Nielsen and Nearing up top. Here comes Horsch and Hollitz through the bottom and the middle side of the racetrack. As you've got them 3 wide through turns 1 and 2, ever so slightly side by side now between Horsch and Hollitz, with Nearing and Brands right there as well.
On into turn number 3 and 4. Zevenbergen on the top. Nielsen to follow. Tim Rupp on the bottom. Horsch and Hollitz side by side. Now Nearing and Brands are wheel to wheel. You got them stacked up like a Delaware double file behind your race leader, Elijah Zevenbergen. Tim Rupp right there in the 33, down on the bottom. 29 and of Nielsen up on the top. They'll work side by side off of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway.
Cody Nielsen, coming into that second place spot now. As Hollitz and Horsch work side by side. Rupp not giving up on the bottom side of the racetrack. He'll pull side by side now with Nielsen down the back straight into turn 3 and 4. Derek Green moving his way to the field in the number 32 car up top. Trying to look to the outside of 27 of Randy Brands. You got him 2 by 2 by 2, following Elijah Zevenbergen through 1 and 2, and now down the backstretch.
Off of 2, it's still Rupp in the number 2 spot, but for how long is Nielsen back around the outside? Hollitz and Horsch, Brands and Green. Nielsen up there, grabs the creek, gives it a kiss. That's going to let Tim Rupp move back into the number 2 spot, as we are 10 down and 10 to go. Halfway home on this one, Scotty.
Halfway home indeed, Jerry, as Hollitz works the bottom side of the racetrack. Horsch and Brands right behind him, with Derek Green along for the ride. Into turns 3 and 4, Rupp changes his line. He says, hey, the top looks fast. Let's give this a try. Hollitz down low to the inside of Cody Nielsen off a turn number 4. Brands and Horsch, the 27 and 21 car side by side, as Derek Green tries to make the top side work. Now Diamond's a corner, and down to low side is the 32, and here he comes now to the inside of Horsch. You got a gaggle of cars, 6 of them to be exact now, all battling in turn 3 and 4.
Working down the front straightaway, it is Zevenbergen gone. Rupp, now Chance Hollitz and Randy Brands going to the inside. Rupp goes to the top, swung the door open. Here comes Chance Hollitz. Hollitz down the back straightaway, side by side with the 33 of Tim Rupp, the 27 of Brands, the 29 end of Nielsen, the 21 of Horsch, the 32 of Green. You've got a barn burner for the runner-up.
As Rupp will go back to the top side in 1 and 2. Hollitz will grab the bottom, so will Brands. Nielsen through the middle. Rupp will he will not have the advantages. Here comes Hollitz back on the gas a lot quicker in the number 6 machine. Hollitz and Brands downstairs, so is Derek Green. Up top is the 33 of Rupp. Through the middle is Nielsen and Horsch. As Rupp gets the run off of turn 4. 1 and 2 better on the low side. 3 and 4 better on the high side. We've seen that all night long. As Hollitz will get back to the number 2 spot. Here comes Brands now working to the inside of the 33 of Tim Rupp.
Hollitz back downstairs. Rupp to the top. There is a very thin row to hoe around the top, the bottom, the middle's there. In 3 and 4. Tim Rupp back around the outside. Easy back downstairs. He's out front by a straightaway. Hollitz to second. Rupp to third. Brands to fourth now. Feel the roll into turn number 3. Randy Brands down there. Pins it on the tires. Oh, Nielsen got crossed up. Green nowhere to go. They get together. Caution is out.
As you'll see a replay on Advantage Racing TV and IMCA TV, coming into turn 3 and 4.
Right. Just a racing deal. You saw Rupp checked up a little bit. Nielsen right there just wound up enough. And that chain reaction, Green's not sure what's going on. 2 cars ahead of him, had nowhere to go. So they carry so much momentum here at Clay County down into turn number 3.
Sure enough, Austin messaged me. He says, I'll be there for the A main. And right now, he finds himself sitting in that 7th place spot in the number 17. Right here, right now, though, Evansburg collision green flag brings us back to a restart off of turn number 4.
Down into turn number 1 and 2, it is Zevenbergen, your race leader. 33 of Rupp on the outside, 6 of Hollitz on the bottom. Nielsen back into the number 4 spot. Field will work on into turn number 3 and 4. Still 2 by 2 by 2. A long ways back behind your race leader, Elijah Zevenbergen.
Down the front stretch is Hollitz up to that 2nd spot now. Rupp, he will go now to the middle line and drift up the racetrack. Nielsen and Brands right behind him as Horsch and Austin Brands. They're 2 by 2 for that 5th, 6th, 7th place spot. How about them 3 wide now behind Chance Hollitz. 2 to go now for Elijah Zevenbergen.
Zevenbergen followed by Hollitz right there.
As Zevenbergen down the back straightaway, it will be Farmer saving Bank Fostoria. White flag flying this time. Easy looking to pick up the feature win here tonight. Hollitz, Randy Brands, Tim Rupp, followed by Cody Nielsen, Horsch, and Austin Brands. Down the back straight now for the final time into turns 3 and 4. Big iron, checkered flags up and out and making it look easy. Elijah Zevenbergen will visit victory lane here in Spencer. Elijah Zevenbergen picking up the victory here tonight. And we'll put the 66Z machine down in H&N Victory Lane, presented by Arnold Motor Supply.
Cars off, drivers out. How about it for Elijah Zevenbergen? Hello, friend. We've chatted the last couple weeks, and I'm like, hey, where were you for a while? And you said, I needed to regroup, and it looks like the time off helped.
Yeah, I mean, every once in a while you just got to take a couple weeks and just look at your program, look what you're working on, and see if it's the right direction. So we took 2 weeks off, went through the whole car, and came back swinging.
Why, you swung by almost a straightaway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, Mom wasn't telling you down there?
I try not to watch her.
Yeah, because she's all over the place. I've seen her too. But walk us through that. I mean, you had a couple restarts. You knew they were stacked up. I mean, there's always a lot of great cars, and I don't care where you go in the country. Right now, this IMCA Stock Car class, anybody is tough no matter where you go. What goes through your mind on them restarts?
I mean, there's a ton of talent behind us in that race. Starting up front, you're kind of a sitting duck. So just hit your marks and drive smart and just, keep an eye out, keep your ears out, just, see if someone's coming up on you. So starting in the front like that's challenging to make sure you're staying in the front.
Got to feel good to get back into victory lane here. A lot of people stick with you. They help you out. They're with you all the time. Who do you want to thank?
My mom, dad, my friends, my pit crew. We have a ton of amazing sponsors that keep this thing on the track. Without all that, every part of it wouldn't happen. So I want to thank everybody.
All righty. Congratulations, Elijah. We'll see you back at the fair.
Thank you.
There you go. Elijah Zevenbergen of No Cheatin' picking up the win. Well, race fans, it's been our pleasure having each and every one of you here with us tonight, whether you've been watching home on IMCA TV, Advantage Racing TV, or right here in the grandstands. It's been our pleasure.